Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. The root chakra came up yesterday, and so this is all about the root chakra. As I woke up at 10:59 this morning, the 11th hour of the 11th hour, 11:11. Tommy with flippers, Paul with wings, Michael with a glove, his shield, an angelic song, his voice, his sword, and the carpenters, the partners building a high rise. At the root here of ROOT, the two human embodiments of Source, at the RT, en route, where the journey begins. So the root chakra focus here, as I woke up this morning, was the word joust. Jousting, a medieval European sport in which mounted knights charged at each other with lances. Any activity in which two people spar verbally. Joust literally means close to. That is why all the girls in this town follow you all around. Just like me, they long to be close to you. So why do birds fly? And why do they sing every time you pass by? Because on the day that you were born, the angels got together and decided to make a dream come true. So they sprinkled moon dust, which I swear was angel dust first. They sprinkled moon dust in your hair and golden starlight in your eyes of blue. So a tilting match here. A mock combat, the combat, between two mounted knights or men at arms using lances in the lists or the scheme, the plot, the wile, or enclosed field. To tilt or engage in verbally spar over an important issue, or in touching penises while engaging in sex, or in other words, to be two men at play or to knock off balance. Now a lance can be a weapon of war, as in a metal spear or sword, or it can be at play with wood, sometimes hollow, designed to shatter on impact on another's armor and not hurt them. Or it can mean to hurt a fish or whale by harpooning them, or in other words, they don't count. It can be an instrument which conveys the charge or energy of a piece of ordnance or artillery that forces it home. It can be a small iron rod which suspends the core of the mold in casting a shell, which can be an organic seashell or something artificial like ammunition. Or one of small paper cases filled with combustible composition which mark the outlines of a figure like I was getting yesterday in my meditation of the green outline around George Washington. But what I didn't say about my meditation yesterday, that there were multiple variations of greens in my meditation that tended towards blue, and then I'm getting here bluegrass. To pierce, open, and throw, to launch or let fly, or to launch, which means large bed of flints or explosives, to hose, spear, bid, offer, flight, or series of actions during a game or situation, or telling someone off, or scolding them, or to pitch someone as well. And also the word tilt came up in regarding joust, and to tilt is to be unsteady or shake or hesitate. To tremble, to be unstable, or be in an ambling place. And we talk about toit here, which is the horse's gait, which can be their door as well. To pass, to spend, load, or pour. And again, to charge comes up here, which regards energy. An ambling place, or an ambling gait, is to walk as a horse does, unhurried, a stroll, or with four legs, perhaps one side and then the other, or a four-beat lateral gait, mainly found in Icelandic horses, in which Nordics came up right there, as it's starting to rain outside, you guys. To charge, to be at an angle, a slope or incline, to slant into or to point a weapon, or forge with a tilt hammer, and render steel more ductile or pliable, like again melding that sword with the stone. To intentionally let the ball fall down the drain by disabling the flippers and most targets, or in other words, clipping their wings, as a punishment for not playing nicely, or being too rough or violent, or playing worse than usual due to recent losses or bad luck, or in other words, being down on oneself. The angle of the head to the body, the backbone, the pelvis, on an angle at which to see like a camera, attempting, or to cover with canvas like a tent or awning or TP. To forbid, to prohibit, or in other words, to restrict. A haywire state, to break down, to crash down, to short circuit or be out of order, or in other words, chaos at 11:55, which is justice and the truth of Excalibur. Only love can make it rain the way the beach is kissed by the sea. Only love can make it rain like the sweat of lovers laying in the fields. Love, rain on me, rain on me. Only love can bring the rain that makes you yearn to the sky. Only love can bring the rain that falls like tears from on high. Love, rain on me, rain on me. On the dry and dusty road, the nights we spend apart alone, I need to get back home to cool, cool rain. I can't sleep, and I lay and I think, the night's hot, as black as ink. Oh God, I need a drink of cool, cool rain. But she's out of my life. She's out of my life. And I don't know whether to laugh or cry. And I don't know whether to live or die. And it cuts like a knife. She's out of my life. It's out of my hands. It's out of my hands. To think for 2 years that she was here. And I took it for granted. I was so cavalier. Now the way that it stands, she's out of my hands. And so I've learned that love's not a possession. And I've learned that love won't wait. And now that love needs expression. But I learned too late. And she's out of my life. She's out of my life. Damned indecision and cursed pride. I kept my love for her locked deep inside. And it cuts like a knife. She's out of my life. So to joust is a play to remove free will, to have one's hands tied, giving them no choice, to play penises, but in the end, love isn't a game. It is all for one, and one for all. It is the game that is love. To engage in war in order to see the love that you've lost, ignored, or overcome, that you defeated. You weren't going to let that love win, God forbid. Love and to use in. To joust is to be close to and yet knocked off balance. The horse's gait, the golden gate, to keep coming closer, one step at a time, with 4 legs or 2 humans, and at times running away, and at times tilting, and at times thinking the game is over, until one day you surrender to eat that apple that she so lovingly left out for you. No, not the old witch, but Eve, Snow White, Cinderella, Mary, the stable girl, the one who believes in fairy tales, knowing that intention is everything, and that the enchanted forest is real, and that heaven is real. You said it yourself. The place love came from, to reign over you and reign on me, 2 connected in this great big world. The joust, J-O-U, and the S-T, of the Jew's path, you, your, yoke, God, Lord, Sultan, another way of saying ye, to give, to call, yourselves, your, I, je, yo, he, the day, June, Juno, Juin, the path or fete, the path of celebration. The J, which is the lowercase I of the chakra system with the loop at the bottom, the connection, or Jesus at the root. The OU of the ST, the path of the saint, bringing the human embodiment of source to justness, what is right and equitable, to joust with a left hook, but at just the right angle, without tilting or falling off balance. So until men put down their swords, they can't come home for dinner. And all those mothers and wives and daughters and sisters waiting at home at some point will have to close the door as to not let the wolves in at 1, 2, 3, 4, 12:34, shutting the door. Learning to protect and stand up for themselves without a man, unwilling to settle and having to assume that they've died in battle, overcome by pride, the widowed bride that she is. So instead of leaving the house tomorrow to fight another battle or day, why not stay and love instead, to create from the ground up, the round up, with the love you've made, from melding the sword with the stone. After all, the sword and the stone is a beautiful work of art, and no one had to die for it. Instead, waving your wand proudly, your heart on your sleeve, be proud of your heart. When your baby is funny looking and takes their first step and falls, do you shame them? No. You giggle with glee and you remark at how cute and edible they are and how you can't get enough of them. Oh, please do it again. As you hug and kiss and smile and laugh at the human condition of love and all that is.